Adjusting entries have an important purpose for all businesses. The purpose of adjusting entries is to show the accounting transactions of a company factually and accurately. It is crucial to learn how to adjust journal entries from which financial statements are generated, as it will demonstrate your skills. Adjusting journal entries are entries made in the general journal to record revenues that have been earned and expenses that have been incurred at a different point in time. The process of recording and posting entries is the fourth step in the accounting cycle, where at the end of each period you have prepared the adjusting trial balance. Deferred revenues are when a business receives cash before either selling a good or providing a service. An example of deferred revenues could be an airline receiving your money before you fly. It is important to remember that when making an adjustment for this scenario, to debit liabilities and credit revenues. Expenses are the decrease in resources from the sale of goods or provision of services. A deferred expense is when cash is paid before the expense is incurred. For example, debit expenses such as the insurance expense needed for a private jet and credit insurance as a prepaid asset. Next is accrued revenues, where it involves cash being received after revenue is earned. The revenue recognition principle states that revenues should be recorded when a resource has been earned, not when cash is received. The amount of receivables that will be debited and revenues that will be credited will be hard to believe. An example can be, if you are a plumber fixing a leak, you will only be paid when the job is completed. Finally, when an expense is accrued, the scenario involves cash being paid after it is incurred. This is where the expense should be debited and the payable credited. Salaries expense is an example where cash is paid after the rotation of a period of working days. A key factor ensuring that your adjustments are acceptable is referred to as the GAAP, also known as the Generally Accepted Accounting Principles. GAAP covers the standards and rules that must be practiced and observed, which are developed by the Australian Accounting Standards Board. It is under the accrual basis that adjusting entries are properly documented, thus ensuring that the generally accepted accounting principles are followed so that a business will not get reported.